When I made my original How to Deal with the Awkward stage, I was focused on the process of growing your hair out from a disconnected undercut to having longer sides and essentially transitioning into being able to style longer hair. Little did I know, only 6 months down the line, I'd be entering a whole other beast of an awkward stage. If you are planning to grow your hair out, hopefully you can use these tips ahead of time, so then you're well prepared when you do eventually get here. As always, please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy it or find it helpful. It lets me know you guys like seeing these types of videos. And subscribe if you haven't already. We're back to posting weekly hair content, so if that is of interest, make sure you subscribe, keep up to date. But without further ado, let's get into it. Tip number 1 is to wear hats. Now I know this is super obvious, so I'll mention it first and I won't talk about it for too long. But it's been a reoccurring comment in my recent videos that despite making hair focused content, I've not had my own hair on display, and it's simply because of this awkward stage that I found myself in. Growing up, I've never really been into hats myself. I feel like the typical hats don't really suit me. The truth is there is a wide variety of different headwear that you can experiment with, so finding what you feel comfortable and confident in is going to be your best bet. This isn't me telling you to wear a hat every single day. Think of it as like a helping hand. It helps you to just get out in the morning or do whatever you need to do without having to worry about how your hair looks. Tip number 2 are bobby or hairpins. If you haven't ever grown your hair out or are around those that have grown out hair, such as a sibling or a partner, you might never have considered the use of bobby or hairpins. However, they can be extremely useful when trying to look a little more presentable during the awkward stage. As I mentioned previously, I can't tie all of my hair up. However, using bobby pins, I can pin the untied hair, which isn't yet long enough, toward the hairband, which in turn provides a much cleaner look without any hair like straggling out the sides. If you're concerned with people noticing them or seeing them, they're also pretty hidden if you get ones which are your hair color. They do take a little time getting used to, but within 5 or 10 minutes of playing around with them, you should hopefully be comfortable with pinning your hair back. Tip number 3 is to stop counting the days. This is pretty much applicable to everything in life that takes time. It's the same as looking at the clock at work or at school, or looking at the numbers on the treadmill as you run. In this case, each day you look in the mirror and your hair doesn't seem to be getting any longer, it makes the awkward stage feel a lot longer than it actually is. To be honest, I'm starting to think longer hair doesn't even suit me, so I'm prepared to visit the barber the day I can tie all of my hair up. But until then, I won't be counting the days, and I suggest you do the same. That leads nicely into tip number 4, which is have a goal in mind. Up until recently, I didn't have any desired hair length or desired hairstyle, which made it feel like I was optionally choosing to wake up with bad hair days and just go through this phase. But as I mentioned in the last tip, I want to be able to tie all of my hair up. Once I get to that point, I'm then happy to review how I feel about things, if I want to go to the barber and go back to shorter hair, or if I want to continue like around that length. But just having that goal in mind makes it a lot easier to stick with this hair growth. And so I suggest to anyone going through this phase to just think where you want to be. Maybe you want to have a specific hairstyle, maybe you want to have a specific hair length. Regardless of what your goal is, just try to have one. Tip number 5 is to stay interested in all things hair. As you grow your hair out, it's not uncommon to forget what it feels like to be excited about a new hairstyling product or just having a good hair day. And so it's important to find that feeling in other elements of hairstyling, hair growth, or even hair health. For me personally, I completely switched up my shower routine, if you will. I don't use any kind of cosmetic shampoo or conditioner. I've transitioned to using shampoo bars and conditioner bars. If you've used any before, you'll know that these vary massively depending on the brand, manufacturer, ingredients. So for me, it's opened up a whole new world. I love going to like my local organic kind of food health store and like picking up a new shampoo bar and seeing how it works with my hair. It sounds silly, but for me that's what's kind of kept me interested in this hair game. And it's important that you find that thing for you, because you're gonna start to forget what it feels like to, you know, be inspired and be motivated to look good. All in all, that brings this video to a close. Hopefully you found it helpful. Please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed or found it helpful. Again, it lets me know you guys like seeing these types of videos. Subscribe if you haven't already. We're back to posting weekly, so it'd be cool to have you along the journey. Although it's something I'm not massively invested in, I've been posting a little more to my Instagram. It's at Lucasantangelo with 3 E's if you're interested. But until then, I will see you all in next week's video. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.